Another week, trousers, high vis means one thing. We're up in the plantation at the Hairpin Woodland Park, getting ready to start felling some trees. So I'm working with the Manx Wildlife Trust here today. I've got one of their woodland rangers with us, Seb, and we're going to go fell the trees that I need. I've got the trailer on here to take the logs down, so we're going to get felled what we need, and then I'll be milling down at the farm because that's the easiest place to mill. So just working up here and getting the logs out. Oh man, just poured chain oil everywhere because I didn't put the lid on right. You guys saw that. That's great. Fantastic. Lovely. Right, better leave that drain off. This ain't going well, is it? Nice and slippy, so joy. So just a short walk up the hill, helmet on. We have our first trees. So let's put that down. These are going to be the first trees that we're taking down. I think we're going to be felling that one and this one, and we're going to fell them down that direction and kind of like check on where we're at. On the utility belt, got my hammer and stuff, a set of log tongs, first aid kit, and a tape measure as well. So log rule. So the process of felling, we've identified this tree, we've identified where we want it to go. Seb's going to be my safety up on that end to make sure no one comes down this path, and see if I can get you a better view of the tree. Oh, perfect, someone is coming down the path. Yeah, so that's the first one that's going to come down. So we'll get that sorted. Then this is going to give us as construction timber for the benches. So all a bit of fun, eh? So, first tree down, that's a bit of a mission, but it's managed to store itself perfectly off the side of the track down there, so it just dropped off. Time to get it brashed up and go from there. So, we think we only need one tree on the ground. Had a bit of a tot up of a cutting list, and it does seem like that first tree that we felled is going to fulfill everything we need, which is amazing. Because obviously the minimum amount of trees, minimum amount of impact, minimum amount of heavy timber to move. Getting out of breath already. So there is actually one which fell here previously, and we're going to take that as well, use that. So that's going to be partially seasoned. I'm just going to see if I can drag that down myself now. But yeah, kind of worked really well with not needing to get this second tree on the floor, because we don't actually need as much timber as we want, as we thought. So that one's going to be interesting to move. That's an absolute beast. And and then they get smaller. So that's the biggest one, that's the butt of the tree. And obviously the stump is there.
This is surprisingly tired.
Very. Now the long task of winching out. So Seb, from the he's one of the Woodland Rangers from the Manx Wildlife Trust, is taking a stint on the winch. These are the last 3 logs. Way too heavy to carry out. Saving graces, we're only going to them shiny bits just over there, but it's taking some time. This is going to be a slow process. But yeah, it's a tough work. We need a horse. Anyone got a horse? So that was about 4 hours of winching. Logs finally onto the trailer. So that's it. 3 benches on there. Oh, hard to believe, really, isn't it? Yeah, that was tiring. Morning, Tuesday, and the sawmill is set up to saw up these logs that we felled yesterday. Just been doing the £3 check on it. So you put £1 under each end of the string, which then allows you with the £3 or equal size coin. Obviously, for you who are not on the Isle of Man, we still have round pound coins. We do have the other ones, the funny shaped ones, but we still have round ones as well. So if the pound fits under the string like that, you know, just a little bit of touch, that's fine. You know that it's level all the way along. So yeah, that's set up. I've got the telehandler to make moving the logs a lot easier, because obviously yesterday we were having to winch them everywhere, which was not great. Better not lose my pound. All the other ones, they're safe. And then we'll start working out these. This one still needs to be cut in half. That only needs to be a 2 metre length. I am going to draw on the end of each log what I'm going to cut out of each one. And then I know what I've got, because what I don't want to do is cut something up which I then can't make that size out of one of the other logs. So that's going to be the mission first, is get everything marked out so I know that my cutting list is right. So that's the next job. This is set up. I'm going to drop these bunks so that they're all the way down, and then get on with that. Here is the sweat that I was trying to get last week for that other video. A tree's come down at the place I'm working today, and I'm dragging the brash from the tree to create a brash wall, because there's a precipitous drop off there. So we've got a path in this little woodland area. So yeah, just a continuation of a brash wall that we put in. It's about 150 yard for the drag of the brash. So yeah, it's a bit warm for that, and chainsaw pants on as well, because I'm using the chainsaw. So yeah, it's this is what I was trying to do when I was in the garden the other day and failed miserably. Anyway, better crack on. It's come around to Friday again, out picking the veggies and just having a quick look at the pumpkins. I'm still worried. I'm always worried. I'm absolutely savaged by spiky things. Because, look, can you tell there's any pumpkins here? There are. Look, there. There. But they're all orange. And it is the 22nd of October. No, 22nd of August, sorry. 22nd of August today. Are they going to last? I don't know. Do I have enough? I don't know. Are they big enough? We've got some decent sized ones. You know, that one is pretty big. We've got a few of the littler ones, but are they still going to be here in 2 months' time? What do I do if they're not? I'm a worrier. And worrying is what I do. Anyhow, I need to crack on, get some veggies picked. This might be the end of the video, although actually no, it won't be. I've got a little bit, I'll add a bit on at the end. Yeah, and then I'm away next week, so I think I'm going to not post a video next week and just see if that horrendously affects my algorithm, because to be honest, I'm not really going very far with it. So yeah, we'll see what it does by not posting a video 1 week. Sorry. Anyway, see you in a minute. Well, I'm going to take this advantage of a gap in the bikes because it's been very noisy with the bikes go past just over there. I never did get back on yesterday. I managed to get the wooden post for the glass panels done. Didn't get any pictures of it. So, yeah, sorry. But yeah, so at which point I'm, like I said, I don't know what's going to happen next week. I don't think there will be a video next week. We'll probably leave it at that because I am off Ireland, heading away somewhere for for a week with the family. So that's going to be really nice. Yeah, so thank you so much for likes, subscribes and follows, and see you soon. Take care.